Hello, this is w.i.t.c.h.aholic. I make videos about a lot of topics. I started out as witch, um, as a channel about witch, which is why my name is w.i.t.c.h.aholic, but I have a lot of things I want to talk about. My upload now is, kind of, sparse because I'm trying to write a book, but I have a lot of things I want to talk about, like Miraculous Ladybug and writing, which which this video is about both. So if you're a fan of Miraculous Ladybug, which you probably are, if you clicked on this video, um, you know that this show is quite something. I mean, we all like it, but when it comes to like the writing, yeah, if you're a fan, which you probably are, this is just, it's just bizarre how this, got greenlit. But when I, but even though, I share your opinions, there is something that I don't see people talk about, and that's actually where Miraculous shines. It's not perfect, but it is so much better than other uh, franchises in the genre. That's Magical Girl, specifically the transformations. Um, for I continue, I have to say that there are quite a lot of Magical Girl franchises, and I'm only familiar with a few of them, mainly Witch and Wings Club. So, well, I'm sure that some points may not go, um, may not be. So I'm sure that some points I say may not count for all of them. What I find unique about Miraculous is how all of the points, come together, not only better, but but it's everything that makes Miraculous Ladybug unique. And that is specifically how the transformations are handled. Uh, for example, I mean, well, I love the genre Magical Girl, and I'm sure a lot of us do. That's also part why probably a lot of us like Miraculous Ladybug because the transformations. But in the average franchise, it like doesn't really make sense. First, you see the protagonists have a transformation, but nobody else. Whether it's Witch, Winx Club, Sailor Moon, Lollyrock, etc., etc., etc. The only characters having a transformation are like the main characters, and it's just so weird. Like, presumably, like, they have the same type of magic as everyone else, but like, Which, for example, right, the powers from the elements, we see other characters using, right, elemental powers and, like, magic beams and shields, which they could also do and everything. Yet they're the only ones with the transformation. Again, Wings Club, the fairies and the witches, I think, like, have the same source of power, just the fairies are, like, from positive emotions. The witches have, like, negative emotions, but, like, only the fairies have transformations. I mean, we see the tricks have different outfits when they do, like, the evil witch stuff, but it's not said to be, like, a transformation, right? And so on and on. So, as much as I like it, it's just so weird. Like, this doesn't make any sense. in the universe. Also, like, presumably these outfits come from like magic. Like, there's no source of it, but so it seems to be like pure magic. But then why don't they like protect the girls? Why don't they do anything? Like, for example, the witch girls, they have wings, but they can't fly. Which, by the way, that's the only franchise I know of, like that the outfit actually gives them something like wings. Because I mean, the Wings Club, they have fairies, so that's why they have wings. But for the other ones, but when it comes to the others, like as far as I wear, like the other costumes don't give them anything useful. And when it comes to Witch, they have wings, but they can't fly. Until they get to the new power, which is, you know, why can't they just fly? And as far as I know, all the other magical girl franchises don't have anything useful. They also don't like protect them. When it comes to like Witch, the chapter novels mention that they protect them from cold. Okay, but what about swords and stuff? I mean, they like fight people, and we always see like magical girls getting like attacked by like magic and thrown into walls and whatever. And so these outfits aren't doing anything to protect them. Usually they don't even have weapons, and usually the protagonists in these franchises are children, which just makes the whole thing weirder. Also, the usually they have like more than one transformation where they get stronger, and doesn't seem to really do much. Still takes a long time to defeat the villains. But when it comes to Miraculous Ladybug, that's different. First of all, oh, I forgot to add also, like, it's assumed that, they, like, choose, like, the outfit subconsciously, but it's not said. So, like, we don't know why they look like that, and when it comes to which, like, we don't know why it's those specific colors. Wings Club also, like, it looks like each fairy has her own, like, one or two colors. We don't know why, and so on. In Miraculous, that's different. First of all, we see that how people use magic is a transformation, whether it's a miraculous or the prodigious or the superheroes, random bracelets, and so on. People use this transformation, use a type of transformation to do magic. So it's not random for, our protagonists, because that's what everyone has. First of all, they also have a source, which are the Kwamis or the Renlings, etc. So there's a reason why their outfits look like that. For the Kwamis, they look like animals, so the transformation suits look like animals. It's also like specifically said that they choose their outfits deep down, and so they could even change their outfits if they want. And you don't see that in any other. And it's like, what if you don't like your outfit, then you want to have a different one? You're just stuck with that until you get a new transformation. And what if you don't like that either? Miraculous, you could actually change the outfit, which Adrian did once. And Claw Noir and Shadybug do at the end of their special. It could even change by itself to reflect new things, like after discovering the magical charms, Ladybug has a new design, though only after she uses her lucky charm for some reason. And I find that like so cool. Also, like they actually like protect them. It's said that, right, they're like magically uh, protective. It's not like they're completely invulnerable, but like they get thrown against buildings and all this crazy stuff, and their suits protect them. It again, for some reason, you don't see in any other franchise. So to see this is just amazing. More franchises need to do that. Um, Also, when it comes to like new transformations, they have it like power ups. So, like, it makes sense. It's not like they get stronger, but the villains get stronger, and it doesn't really matter. It's all about, it's again giving the power ups are more about giving them, helping them in different environments, right? Like ice and space, which could also be used to fly. So already, the suit helps them because it protects them, but now with these power ups, they could also get advantages in different environments, which again, something the other franchises don't have. Well, Wings Club, kind of, but the other ones don't, and it just makes you think, okay, like, what if you have to swim underwater? Like, unless you have the power over water, you know, you're kind of stuck. Here, no problem. You just use the water power up, and that's like really helpful. Also, it's all about like creativity, like like Ladybug made the magical charms, right? Because that's part of creation, and then Gabriel was able to make a Mega Kuma to break them, but it's not really about like raw power per se. It's about like thinking creatively. Right? And the others are more like getting stronger, but then it doesn't help like Wings Club. The transformations presumably make them stronger, but then season 7, when the bad guy can only like shapeshift, it still takes like a whole season to defeat her. And then Witch also, they get a new power, but they only defeat Dark Mother because of this new element that only came out then and wasn't explained. It's just like, what's even the point of a new power? And like, also, like, the power scaling. I forgot to mention, like, in the other universe, the power scaling is just ridiculous. Like, when it comes to Witch, all like I also like again, the Guardians, right? Presume they protect the universe. Presumably they're like the most powerful there, but then from the beginning, they get, Phobos and Elion wipe the floor with them. They only defeat the Phobos because Elion, had the crown of light. There's a whole, everything when you think about it. They only like defeat the villain because of a Deus Ex Machina. Wings Club again takes like a whole season, and for some reason they're the only ones who could defeat the bad guys. We don't see like any like other fairies and soldiers and whatever. That's also something I want to talk about. It's just like, how does this universe work, right? Sailor Moon, only the like Sailor Scouts could defeat the bad guys, and so on, and it's like everyone just, even if they get stronger, the villains also get stronger, and it's just like it gets absurd. In Miraculous Ladybug, it's more about like creativity and having like the right members in your team, like when that's how Rina Rouge and Carapace and whatever get added to the team, because Ladybug needs their powers, right? And then when it's not as a team, it's all about creativity and thinking, oh, I have the power of creation, and how to use that to make lucky charms and that stuff. And that's just on the outfits. And then there are the weapons. Okay, they actually have weapons, or at least things that can be used as like weapons or to defend yourself. We see Ladybug, Queen Bee, and Cat Noir spin their like items to make like this shield of energy or light or something. So presumably everyone else could do that. It's like, finally, here's a magical girl show where the heroes have like useful items. Again, I think, and that's not all. They're not just like weapons. You see, they also hold like communicators. They can be used as breathing devices underwater if you don't have a power up. They can be used as cell phones. I think like in one episode they had like screens to like FaceTime each other. It's just like amazing. Like the writing and everything is ridiculously bad. Hopefully it'll improve, in the next seasons. But they really should just reboot it. But when it comes to how the transformations work, not perfect again, but so much better than the other franchises. And if you are making a magical girl story, again, you should look to this as inspiration and just like tweak the things that need tweaking to make it better, right? For like example, the I forgot what's it called. Oh, the Miraculouses can just be taken by any villain, right? Which is silly. So that should be fixed, and while it makes sense, how the transformation works, then they're really kind of helpless until they transform. Witch and Witch Club, they have some level of power, but then it's like, so why does the magic work like that? Just make them have full power, and they get the transformation to have the outfits, um, to help them, like protect them, and they get the wings to fly, you know? But again, so if you're writing your story, there's things to improve, but it's just so much better. And I hope if you're a fan, you do mention this in like the fan spaces, because and while Thomas Astruck and the writers deservedly get a lot of flack for their very weird decisions, they need to be given credit where credit's due. And so if you do have social media, I think it'd be nice if you could like tell this to Thomas, even link the video and to tell him that, again, credits where credit's due. The way you handle the transformation is so good, so much better than other franchises. Okay, that's all for now. Again, if you want to hear me talk about other Miraculous or other writing videos, Let me know. I want to eventually talk about reboots, certain TV shows that were rebooted, and why I think they worked well, and what, writing wise. Again, I think I just have, I do want to make a lot of videos about Disney and, you know, just things. I love to hear your thoughts on this and my other videos, what you like me to talk about. Maybe I'll make a video about that, and I'll see you later.